Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to evercrisis. The new event with Sephiroth as a boss fight is finally out. I finished clearing the entire event on livestream. It was pretty straightforward. It was a little tough, but it wasn't anything too crazy, and I think that if you're along the lines of like 100,000, you guys should be okay. I'm going to talk about the entire event though, because the ticket draw system is a little bit complicated, but not too complicated, but there is some things you guys can screw up. Losing tickets and wasting stamina that you don't need to waste on this event. So let's walk through everything, talking about from the tickets all the way to the boss fight, and hopefully something here helps you guys out. So this event is just like the summer event. You have a bunch of solo play, co-op play, and you farm a bunch of resources in order to purchase stuff from a shop. The only difference, it's not a shop and it's a draw event. There's a couple things you need to know here that you shouldn't rush this. You shouldn't just farm this event, spend the stamina here, because stamina ratio to the items that are in the ticket pulls isn't really worth it, and I'm gonna show you a trick of how to just kind of like pick what you need and get out of there. So the event is here for 13 days, ends on October 19th. This picture looks absolutely amazing. He also looks like he's staring into my soul, and it's a little disturbing. Besides that, we have daily missions. You guys want to make sure that you're doing these daily missions every day. It's about 500 stamina in total, not about, it is, and it gives you silver and the brown tickets. I recommend you guys do this for the next 13 days instead of going to do a bunch of co-ops or a bunch of single, because the stuff in there is not really worth your stamina to farm. And I'm going to explain that in just a second. Now, the event stuff, this all gets increased. So if I consume 300 stamina in any battle, when I complete that, there's going to be now 500. Same thing with this one. Same thing with this one. My chocobo one is at 27 out of 50 now. So you're going to get a bunch of tickets from this as well. So that's why I say don't spend your stamina farm this event. Get the first initial clear on everything, and near the end, if you need more, because there might be a part 2, there most likely is a part 2 to this, which means even more event and daily missions that there's going to be. So keep that in mind. Also, the part 2 could just be harder bosses, gold tickets, plat tickets, so on and so on. Now, let's talk about the tickets themselves, because this is the biggest thing I want to talk about. There is a system that you have level 1 to 7 in the bronze, and you have a level 1 to 7 in the silver tickets. They're two separate draws. You can do singles for 10, 10 draws for 100, or use all your tickets at once. Do not do this. If you're in the first level, there's only like 26, and if you do like a 32 draw, those other 6 go into just the common drops, which you don't want to see. So there's limited, there's the jackpot, and then there's these standard ones that are just, you don't want them to show up because these are the basic and it's not worth the stamina exchange. You're looking to grab all the limited that matter to you, and once you collect both jackpots, all jackpots, there's a total of 5 and 1 sword here. Once you unlock all the jackpots, you can go to the next level. Once you unlock all the jackpot here, there's 3 jackpots, you go to the next level. So that's how it works. Let me give you a little bit of advice here. It is not worth it to unlock all the limited items. Here's the prize details. In level 2, once you get your 5 tickets and your torn wing, you want to advance to the next area once you collect the genome and nano cubes. And even then, everything here is farmable. But the thing is, everything else is guaranteed farmable. These are from just, you. Every time you do a grindstone quest, you get a grindstone. Whenever you do co-ops or anything else in this game, including farming genomes and cubes, which are these things over here, you get a bunch of these high-grade steels, electrum, and rose gold, and then nothing in standard is important. So these limited items, in my opinion, aren't worth it because you could farm it all. Even these you can farm, but you know how the RNG is. So I would say if you get 3 and 3 here, then you can move on. I wouldn't even bother, to be honest, just because the stamina ratio to items doesn't make any sense. So the stamina issue I'm talking about, if you can see here, here's my co-op run I did earlier today on stream. When I completed the run, I got 20 bronze, and then if this guy moves his head, there's only 10 silver, and that's every 20 stamina spent. So when you add that to the actual amount that you get when you go farm cactars in the regular events, you're better off spending 20 stamina out there. The only thing you want to do in this event for this shop is go ahead and grab the weapon, the draw tickets, and whatever else is in the current prize pool for jackpot. You could stick around for those other genomes, but realistically, the less stamina you spend here, the better stamina use outside of this event. So it's not worth unlocking all this. I will tell you now, even as a new player, it may seem enticing. It's just better to level up out of here and then go get the higher quests and try to farm those. As a brand new player, if you're able to be carried through co-op, right, then yeah, these are going to look very good and very enticing to you. But you get 20 bronze tickets. 20 bronze tickets is 2 single draws that might end up just being like 10 gil. So here, this is the bronze. I'm going to do a single pull, right? I got one of those. I'm going to do another single pull. I got one of these. That was my 20 stamina. That plus go to the silver, do a single pull because you only get one pull. I got that. Your 20 stamina just equivalent to that, and that's it. You're not specifically getting what you want. Even if you fully clear the entire previous ones, you're wasting so much stamina instead of just specifically farming cactars and getting that ×3 bonus. And whatever you're doing out there, you're specifically going for your synthesis, you're specifically going for weapon parts, so on, so on. And here it's RNG, and I feel like it's a big waste of stamina. Just grab the jackpot and get out. Most I'd say is grab the genomes and the cubes if you're going to sit in there a little bit. Once you have these, leave, because everything else comes from everywhere. Daily logins, chocobo farming, you guarantee drops in every quest that you do that has them. So nothing else here is worth it except for these two. And again, that's questionable for how much stamina you're spending. You're going to spend that 500 stamina a day. You're going to get those tickets from that mission. And with these tickets, you advance yourself just to max out that weapon from the main draw. That's what your goal is here, is to get all the free ones plus the free tickets and go to the next level, go next level, go next level. That's my big advice for this. So to finish this off, I'm going to do a couple pulls with you guys, and the way you look at this is limit prizes, 11 out of 32, which means I'm safe to use 10 draws. Besides that, you should be doing single draws if you're getting close to only obtaining one item. So we're going to do a 10 draw here. It's going to lock everything, no jackpots, but now the pot is at 18 out of 32, with still 5 of these in there, so another 10 draw is totally fine here. There's one jackpot, there's 2 jackpots, so now we have only 3 items sitting there. And if we do a 10 pull here, there's a good chance we'll probably get everything there. And after this 10 pull, I would only do singles. There it is. There's a sword. There's the gacha tickets. Push OK. We now got that, and there's one missing. I can't leave until this gacha ticket is done. So now we should only do single pulls to get that gacha ticket. There it is. If I did a 10 pull, the other 9 pulls would be completely wasted, especially because there's only 2 limited. So that's the idea. Now I push refill because it's not worth going in there for... Oh no, it's the nano cube. Now it's worth. Give me that nano cube. There you go. I just lost stamina. See? Because it could be RNG coin. There's the other one. Yeah, okay. So this is up to you guys. There's the other thing. And now I gotta wait. So that's your PSA. His weapon is the last thing to talk about. And the weapon is... It's a free weapon. You know what I mean? I can't show you here. I'm going to go grab it. Here it is. It's called Torn Wing. I got enough copies to overboost it 3 times. So 4 copies in total for doing the initial clear of all co-op, all single player, and I think 1 or 2 copies from the shop. Now, this fully maxed out, let me show you guys what it looks like. Because the weapon itself is just like the other event weapons. It's nothing crazy. Its stats stop at 420, 427. So it's not like it's going to be completely garbage. Everyone's going to have a maxed out version. It's just that our abilities are there for defense. At least it's got boost attack. But everything else about it is alright. Sephiroth's signature, 38-second buffs. Power defense is increased. It could be useful. He has a little bit of heal there. So he's supposed to be that solo boss. And then he's got a weird like heal materia slot over here. Like you're going to use this in the main hand. I don't know. It's good. It's going to be one of those sub-weapons just like the other ones. The summon ones. The umbrella. The Maui weapon for Glenn. It's in the same exact boat. So overall, a decent weapon, but nothing to write home about. They're definitely stronger than this, that's for sure. This works more on defense. At least Sephiroth's weapon has some attack up on it. We're going to talk about the actual fight itself. Now, Sephiroth, I ended up clearing everything first try, but my setup is really strong. I'm really good at what I do in this game, so it was pretty straightforward. Let me explain to you what I learned from this and how to make it easier for yourself. You're going to see he has no weaknesses, no resistance. He's got sigil break of all 3 types, and he's immune to everything. So you cannot do anything to him. He does everything to himself. He's unable to read, which means you don't know what's going on. Specifically, he is weak to everything, or at least what he allows himself to be. So here's what I'm talking about. He's in one of his phases right now, and it's called Lightning Infusion. he basically infuses himself with an element, and he has lightning resist up because he's currently lightning phase, but he's got water resist down. So this is like Red 13 using his Seaside Collar, or Lucia using her new Bald Eagle for ice resist down. You can't apply it. Even though he's weak to water right now, you can't add more water weakness. You can't add more ice weakness. He can only debuff himself during this phase. And you're going to see here, if I had water weakness, I'd be able to do it. And the key thing here to do most damage possible is let this stay as long as you can. Because if you can survive these hits, stay in here, do all the damage you can do. And then at the last second, that's when you go out of your way to break them, and then you get to do more DPS. So that's one of the key things. And here you go. Here's another phase. He's in ice resist now because he's in fire infusion phase, right? So he can't take fire damage, or he's very resistant to it. And he has ice resist down. So if I had Lucia's weapon here, I couldn't push it down more, just that. And you can see during this phase, you don't want to break them. You want to go ahead and use your summon like Diamond Dust here. I'll show you Hellfire just for the example. So Diamond Dust is going to go through, or whichever one you got. And during this phase, he takes extra damage, 52,999. And then Ifrit goes through. Ifrit tries to do stuff, but 10000. There you go. And then he's got this last phase, which is called an Octo Slash. We all know that signature move. It looks really cool. I don't want to spoil that for you, but I will have a full clear video on how to beat this very easily, no matter what your power level is at. Well, it kind of matters. Yes, it does matter, because you need like 5,000 HP to survive his attacks, and it's a DPS race. But I will simplify it and make it better like I do in all my videos. Well, that's pretty much everything. Quick overview of the entire event, my little PSA about the tickets and your stamina. Save some time, go farm other things. Or if you're new to the game and you're getting carried in co-ops, those items can help you ahead of time. Besides that, guys, I hope you're enjoying this event. If you ever need any help, my Discord link is down below. My live streams are over at twitch.tv/SmellyOctopus, where I completed all this with you guys today. It was really, really fun. And I ended up doing my best high score in the high score event right now. It was really it's a pretty big number. I'll show you guys it later. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you all later.